answer protesters' charges that the shelter is unsafe, unsanitary, and it should be shut down.
I will give you a statement.
Take that microphone out of her face before I shove it where it belongs.
I take it you support your ex-wife's grandstanding?
Yes, Miss English understands the problems in the shelter and intends to correct them, and I support her, yes, I do.
What about the homeowners who would like a safe, clean neighborhood to live in?
Enid Nelson, you're an elitist prig.
Adam, please. Look, the shelter has a responsibility both to the residents and to the community. Now, obviously, there have been problems. That is why I am here. I am moving in to the shelter to manage it temporarily so I can see firsthand what the problems are so I can fix them. I am taking a leave of absence from Tempo magazine. Edmund Grey will be the interim editor until I feel that the shelter has been brought up to par.
You are grandstanding.
You know what? You and your supporters are very quick to rush to judgment.
Rush? We made our concerns known months ago, and we were totally ignored. Peaceful protest is our only recourse. Now, where is she? We are sending a petition to the mayor to have this Chamber of Horrors shut down.
Why don't you give me a chance to fix what's wrong?
Because Enid Nelson and her friends don't want the shelter here, period.
That is not true.
Well, I am here. I'm going to be working in conjunction with the current director, Miss O'Hare, and we're going to address things as we go along.
No, you won't. I quit.
Miss O'Hare, I thought that we had an understanding.
You think you can waltz in here, snap your manicured fingers, and whip this place into shape? Good luck. I've been here 3 years doing the best I could with no help from you. Then you're named Woman of the Year, so suddenly, poof, you're a caring crusader.
Look, Miss O'Hare, you never told me that there was anything wrong here.
You never asked.
I appreciate your frustration, but I'm telling you that things are going to get better, and I promise you that.
Yeah. For me, they will.
Miss O'Hare, please, wait.
The director here finds the conditions intolerable.
Seems you're...
A disaster is more like it.
What now, Miss English? Will you stick it out to prove you're not a dilettante or answer the call of the community?
The problems of the shelter have been exaggerated by a small but vocal group. Pine Valley is a caring community that takes care of all of its citizens, rich and poor. And I think that's something that the protesters forget.
We don't want vagrants and drug addicts living in our midst.
It is that kind of inflammatory rhetoric that obscures a very simple truth, and that is that the homeless need help. And I intend to see that they get it. Now, Enid Nelson can petition the mayor. That's fine. I plan to petition to keep the shelter open. And I can guarantee you that I will get more signatures than you have gotten from your bridge club or your tea party.
If you want to fight, my dear, you've got one.
All that pent-up anger. Have Marion find you a man.
How long do you plan to milk this publicity stunt?
Elise, this is not a stunt. I plan to be here in this shelter until it is back in good condition and until we can find a replacement for Miss O'Hare.
That is a tall order.
It's a promise. I promise that every person will have a safe night's rest who needs a place to stay tonight and every night from now on. In closing, I would like to say something to Laura, the young girl who was attacked here in the shelter. What happened to you deeply affected a lot of people, myself included. And I would just like to say, if you are listening to this, please come back and please give me a second chance to help you. At least you'll have to forgive me because I have things that need to get done.
Well, this is typical.
Excuse me?
Well, look at you. You're able-bodied, you're nicely turned out. Why don't you go and get a job and earn your keep like the rest of us?
Lady, I happen to have a job. Personal assistant to Dmitri Merrick. Oh, I see you've heard the name.
I'm sorry, I had no idea.
Oh, you have ideas, all right. A preconceived notion that because I'm black, I'm on the dole. But there are names for people like you.
I'm not a racist.
You prefer bigot? Fine. Now, for your sake, I hope you never know what it's like to feel down and out. But it could happen. Most of the people in this country are 2 or 3 paychecks away from being homeless. Now, you and your rich lady friends, you think you're safe, but you're not. A few bad investments, a crooked accountant, a sudden expensive illness, and you could end up on that cot right there. You think about it.
Rattled those old hounds' cages, but good.
I did, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Listen, you're going to need it, too. I mean, tempo is not exactly going to be a cakewalk with Adam breathing down your neck. Where is he?
Why do you care?
Well, when Adam leaves the scene without having the last word, it usually means trouble. Grace, thank the members of your church group. These clothes are so much appreciated.
Oh, we're glad to help. And listen, if there's ever anything I can do,
We always need volunteers.
well, sign me up.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I'll pass the word on at church, too.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Hi. I'll be with you in just a minute. You want to just take a seat? Just anywhere. Okay.
Room for one more?